Well, sleep disorders are on the rise, and 30% of adults have symptoms of insomnia on a regular basis.
So Dr. Talene Churukian is a sleep specialist. She's a graduate of Kansas City University.
How about that?
She's joining us. She's in town this morning with some ways we could all get some better sleep. And you're talking to a receptive crowd here. We're always burning the midnight oil. So what are some of the most common complaints you hear, Doc, about sleep from your patients?
Yeah, definitely that they're not getting enough sleep, having difficulty falling asleep and staying asleep at night, waking up a lot.
Yeah.
So why do you think Americans struggle with sleep?
Well, I think, unfortunately, our society doesn't necessarily foster or promote good sleep health, and that we're always kind of burning the candle on both ends. And so a lot of people tend to sacrifice their sleep. So I think it's promoting the importance of good sleep.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that because, you know, we, as I said, many of our viewers who work shift work, you know what I mean, and you have busy families.
Yep.
You don't sleep enough. I occasionally will take melatonin. I'm even told some parents, like, you know, give their kids melatonin. And a lot of sleep meds out there right now. Are we over-medicating ourselves and our kids when it comes to a good night's sleep?
I think so. You know, if people take a good approach, a healthy approach to their lifestyle, and you know, a good balance with eating well, exercising, and not sacrificing their sleep, they can get into a good rhythm, and they shouldn't have to, you know, take supplements or sleep aids.
I mean, that's a bad idea, right? Just to, you know, go, and then gobble a bunch of melatonin and Advil PM. I mean, that's not a healthy routine.
Right. So you want to make sure that the most important thing is maintaining the same wake-up time every morning, and that if you're getting outside, exposure to bright light, exercising, being mindful of, you know, caffeine intake, alcohol use in the evening time, and that can help you to get into a good sleep rhythm.
Kids, they are on screens at school, they're on screens on their break, but they too are suffering from insomnia. I think, does screen time have something to do with some of the symptoms that our kids may be experiencing?
There is a lot of hype about it, and some of the data is a bit conflicting, but they definitely do recommend that a good half hour before when you should be winding down to go to sleep, that you should try to minimize a lot of those close contact, you know, screens like the tablets and cell phones.
Yeah, and how about myths that people have when it comes to sleep? Are there some common myths you'd like to knock down?
Yeah, so one big one, obviously, as we're talking about, is getting enough sleep. So a lot of people think that they can get by with 5 or 6 hours of sleep. And many times we do habituate to that feeling, but it actually is not optimal for our health. And there are a lot of health consequences from not getting enough sleep, like high blood pressure, heart disease, risk of obesity, diabetes.
Doctor, what would you say to someone who gets sleep on a shift, meaning that they don't get enough sleep in the overnight, but they make up for it by having a longer nap in the afternoon, and say that their afternoon nap, they may have some REM sleep during that time. Is that enough restorative sleep for a person to...
just any person.
Yeah, just anyone. I'm not speaking for... Well, anyway, what do you think?
Well, yeah, ideally you would want to get all of that sleep in one consolidated period, but if obviously based on your responsibilities you have to maybe do it in 2 shifts, and as long as you are getting your anywhere from 7 to 9 hours based on what's optimal for you.
I'm curious, when you were in your studies at KC University and you're studying to become a doctor, and no doubt you were at times burning the candle at both ends, and you were studying and you know, taking exams and stuff. No doubt you ran into a lack of sleep. Did your body tell you something? Did you notice something? And did you change your behavior when you were studying as a student?
Well, yeah, of course that's difficult, right? When you have these, you got to study and cram. But yeah, of course, I personally would feel it, and especially like when I was in training as a resident, I had moments where I made mistakes, and luckily the nurses caught it. And unfortunately, a lot of physicians, when they're in training, are at risk for themselves as well, like driving home, getting in accidents. I had a co-resident get an fender bender because she didn't get enough sleep the night before.
Lack of sleep can lead to mistakes.
We are all at risk.
All right, so real quickly, we're just about out of time, Doc. Where can people find you if they want to find more info?
Yeah, well, I actually practice in California, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I guess you could reach out to me through Kansas City University to get
There
my
you go.
contact information.
All right.
Good
Thank you,
stuff.
Dr.
Good
Katie.
stuff,
Thank you
Doc.
so much.
Thank you.